So a long day. We attempted our best to try and get the track dry. Seemed like every time we got close, another pocket of rain showed up. We waited as long as we could in terms of the process, how long it might take to dry the track, and then what was reasonable in terms of our fans staying and enjoying the event. We reached a point where the last pocket of rain hit the track at about 5:10, 5:15 p.m. this evening, and we lost the track and would have to start the drying process all over again. Once that happened, we made the decision that we would not be able to get the track dry to actually have an event tonight that would work. So we have postponed the event till noon tomorrow. I believe that's the first time in our history that we have postponed the event to run on Monday.
All right, we'll open it up for questions right now. Start back there with George, and we'll go with Mike and Jorge.
George Diaz, Orlando Sentinel. Joey, obviously forces of nature conspire against you here. Can you just address, obviously has to be a great deal of frustration, I assume, dealing with a pothole incident in 2010 and now this?
For the record, I was not the president when the pothole existed, just for the record. Obviously, it is very frustrating. I felt like we had an unbelievably good speed weeks up until this point. I felt like there was a great energy and momentum. There was some great racing on track. And really, in terms of the staff here at Daytona, we do everything that we do to build to this day. And actually, I sat there during pre-race on one of the stages looking around and still felt good about some of the things that we saw. The Lenny Kravitz concert, Pat Monahan singing the anthem, and the flyover I thought was tremendous. And so it is disappointing to see all those great elements and then not be able to have a great race to accompany it. So it is deflating. We've just got to suck it back up and make sure that tomorrow we do a good job and give our fans what they expect, which is a great Daytona 500.
Mike Hembry, Speed.com. Joey, the forecast tomorrow is less than sunny. How late can you start the race, considering your traffic people and all that, and having to deal with that? And additionally, is it your understanding in talking with NASCAR that you would run Tuesday if tomorrow is weathered out?
It's tough to even talk Tuesday until we really get into tomorrow. I think the plan with noon start, I think there is some inclement weather, it looks like, in the AM, but by the afternoon, it seems like the forecast is much better. So I think we'll play it out best we can. No different than what we did today. We're going to wait to the last possible minute to make a decision in which we would not run the race. So we want to exhaust every opportunity of getting the track dry and getting the race started. So I would anticipate that, as we did today, that 5, 6 o'clock, if there's still rain on track, then you would start to see us make some decisions. But I think we'll play it out as long as we can. I don't even want to talk about Tuesday right now.
Jorge?
Jorge Mendaca, FoxSports.com. Obviously, this is difficult to answer since it's never happened in the history of the Daytona 500, but what do you think the crowd will be like tomorrow for a Monday noon start?
Yeah, that's a great question. We don't really know. And for us, we have to staff and be prepared that we're going to have a lot of folks show up, because the last thing that I would want to do is be understaffed and have a good crowd show up, and then we can't take care of them properly. So for us, it's not really about how many are going to show up. We've got to be prepared that most of them are going to show up. So whether it's the buses that we use to get people here from Lot 7 and Lot 10, ushers, gates, ticket takers. In fact, the last half hour I was meeting with my team to confirm the areas that we had covered and what support we might need to make sure that we're fully staffed and prepared to handle that crowd. So that's the key. It's not so much how many show back up, it's that we can handle those that do and they have a good experience.
Okay, I want to head upstairs to the press box and then we'll come back down.
Joey, Mark Dakotas from Florida today. How does this impact, if at all, your preparations for Bike Week? Thank you.
It should not affect our preparations for Bike Week. You know, we would have prepared the dirt track or the Supercross track tomorrow. We would have started some dirt in and things like that. We can easily push that back a day or two. We've got plenty of time to be prepared, and of course there is next weekend that was going to be an off weekend that we can actually work that weekend to prepare the track if needed.
I understand we have another question in the press box.
Yes, Nate Ryan, USA Today. Joey, given this is the first time this has ever happened, what sort of reports have you gotten here, ingress or egress from the track? It looks like traffic is taking a while to clear out the infield. And did you have any problems? I know there's a tremendous amount of rain. You've had problems with flooding before, and some of the tunnels. Any problems with that?
We've had no reports of any flooding or any issues like that. We've been doing a good job, I think, getting traffic in and out today. And I will tell you, the improvements we made to the west camping lot have worked well because there was really no issues with standing water over there. But obviously, it's a challenge in terms of when people were leaving here, and it makes the roads a little bit slower with the rain. But to be honest, that part seems to be working pretty normally.
We'll go to Bob in the back.
Bob Hocker, SceneDaily.com. Was there any discussion of just running it at night tomorrow? And also, do you have any comment on what the financial impact of a postponement would be?
Well, based on trying to start at noon tomorrow, there's always a good chance that we would be running at night, depending on the weather. I think that we have to be careful if we were to try and set a later start time tomorrow and we had great weather in the afternoon and then inclement weather by the time we started. I think that'd be a disservice to our fans. However, Fox has a seat at that table. Fox, NASCAR, myself, we all have those conversations. But ultimately, we felt like noon tomorrow was the best time to get started. And from a financial impact perspective, you don't really generate any more revenue on a rain day. All you're doing is eating up expenses. So I can't quantify a number today, other than the fact that it's going to cost us more money to run this event based on having a second day of expenses without revenue associated with it.